Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codenamed Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we will be reviewing today is SCP-4743, Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-4743 is to be kept in Anomalous Object Hangar Number 3-C at Site 11. Any exits larger than 15 centimeters across must be kept closed at all times, and any breaches in the exterior must be immediately sealed off using hand materials until permanent repairs can be completed. Ingress and egress from Hangar 3-C is only permitted via a two-door controlled access vestibule. SCP-4743 is allowed free movement within the hangar in order to facilitate behavioral observations. Containment specialists may temporarily hold the SCPs in standard shipping container for experimentation, storage, and transport when required. No individual may carry any sharp objects or projectile weapons within the presence of SCP-4743 outside of approved testing. In addition to standard testing, the HMCL supervisor in charge of SCP-4743 may allow Site 11 residents recreational access to Hangar Number 3-C at their own discretion. Description: SCP-4743 is a collection of approximately 6,000 animate balloons of multiple colors. Though analysis has shown SCP-4743 instances to be comprised of non-anomalous latex, they do not lose volume to gas exchange and are anomalously resistant to puncture. SCP-4743 instances are able to alter their buoyancy through currently unknown means, as well as generate ionic wind by anomalously manipulating electrostatic forces for propulsion. Despite a lack of apparent sensory mechanisms, SCP-4743 has proven responsive to light, heat, physical contact, electricity, and especially sound. Though individual instances show only rudimentary responses in the form of moving towards or away from stimuli, SCP-4743 possesses a significant amount of swarm intelligence. When left to its own devices, SCP-4743 behavior most closely resembles a murmuration of starlings, flying around the hangar in a constantly changing pattern. Each balloon responds to the movements of its neighbors, allowing for complex emergent patterns to appear in the aggregate. If music is provided, the murmuration will move in time with the melody. SCP-4743 has also been observed to roost on available surfaces for up to 6 hours a day. SCP-4743 displays its most complex interaction with human beings. When more than one individuals enter the hangar, SCP-4743 will typically note their presence immediately. Balloons will float downwards, either individually or in the form of pseudopods, and playfully interact with whoever is present. Observed interactions include chasing and fleeing, tickling, play fighting, rubbing hair for static electricity generation, allowing individual instances to be used as sport balls while providing additional movement for strategic or entertainment value, forming walls and/or pillars to form a shape-shifting maze. Under rarer or as of yet uncertain conditions, SCP-4743 will form into a multitude of shapes and enact a stylized performance. Shapes observed thus far include tigers, zebras, elephants, seals, and various humanoids in a circus attire. There are, however, two forms that have appeared with every performance: a female ringmaster and a male with an upside-down face. The latter individual typically does not participate in the performance, but watches from a secluded location, most often directing its attention towards research staff. Addendum A. It should be noted that while anomalously resilient, SCP-4743 is not indestructible, and will evade individuals or objects that pose a threat. During testing, D-5809 was provided with a pellet gun, and instructed to pop as many individual balloons as possible. The SCP showed immediate aversion to the weapon and began flying in evasive patterns. When D5809 successfully popped one, it produced high decibel sounds similar to a human scream. At this point, 4743 extended a large pseudopod behind the D-class and produced a static discharge of sufficient voltage to disarm him. The test was immediately aborted, and no subsequent destructive or antagonistic testing has been authorized. The popped balloon was recovered for analysis and showed no anomalous properties. It did, however, possess an unusually sweet smell. Addendum B. Shortly after initial recovery, on September 14, 2018, at 15:45 hours, a single balloon floated down towards junior researcher Ellis and popped spontaneously, producing a scream, confetti, and a folded piece of paper. The document reads as follows. You jerks, it's going to take me all day to replace that many balloons. I know it's not clinical or whatever, but if there's anything remotely human left in you, at least have some fun with them. It's what they're meant for. From Lolly. Reverse side. P.S. It's traditional to write something creepy on the back of these, so, banana slugs. The sender of the note is believed to be person of interest 233-004, Little Lollipop, as SCP-4743 was recovered from an abandoned tent by MTF Kappa 12, codename Sideshow Bob, during routine investigation of Group of Interest 233, Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting. And that is it. Again, not everything that is anomalous is inherently dangerous. Does not mean you should let your guard down when you are interacting with an SCP for the first time, though. Thank you all so much for listening or watching, and my name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I'll see you next week with another document review. Bye.